For this video, I am deciding to do a little archery practice and Skyrim VR. And I'm currently using the realistic setting for archery. Here we go. So, what does that mean? I have my bow. And this is the hand I would actually hold the bow in if I was using a real bow. And my arrow. And basically, we have bow movement. If I pull back the arrow, my right hand also affects where we're shooting from. The tricky part is figuring out your aim mechanics. And the limits of the headset. I am using a Quest 2 with just the basic system, so which means it is limited by the limitations of the headset. When the headset loses tracking, oh, that was way too high. Now, in real archery, the trick, especially with a bow system like this, where you don't have any aiming guide, and I have a similar bow, is to be consistent, and to figure out your comfort for your aiming, and be consistent. Oh, I knew that was going to go way off. I may need to get better This might work better once I have actual trackers, because anytime I move my hand past the headset loses tracking, and then my aim becomes impossible. Our other aim mode available so that's realistic bow aiming, which with the Quest 2 controllers isn't working so well for me, largely due to loss of tracking. This is one area where a Vibe would probably work better. So in this tracking mode, I'm still using realistic bow mounting, which I can set the arrow, which I like that. But with this setting, my left hand, the hand holding the bow, is the only thing that affects aim. And being that hand's in front of the headset the whole time, it's steadier. My left hand just handles drawing and releasing. Aha. I am trying to hit the target mid-body. The fun part about this kind of shooting aim mode in Skyrim is that it's actually a lot easier to put lots of arrows downrange very quickly. Which is handy when you have an opponent rapidly rushing up on you and you're do more damage with arrows than you do with a sword, like me. So I spend far more time shooting things than I do stabbing them. And if you're wondering, probably should have opened up with this, but where we're now is we're not actually in-game, technically. This is basically the pre-game menu. That over there is basically our main menu screen when we start out at. This is effectively the tutorial area. But it does give us a nice out-of-game place to just have, because I've got to do things like practice shooting. Especially since this doesn't involve any, Alright, yeah. I have no idea where that went. There's a lot of fun things like... Oh. Now that should be an impossible shot. Oh yeah. I held my real bow somewhat like this too. Then again, my IRL bow actually has a slight edge that I can rest the arrow on. But I still need to keep it at a slight angle, otherwise the arrow will fall off. Yeah. This is Skyrim Archery in a nutshell. Arrow is good for pointing at things too. Target, 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 barrel. That was almost a painful shot for anyone. But, yep. And that concludes this video.